While the man was on presidential security duty, he suddenly noticed the bodyguard behind him had a loose holster. This immediately struck him as odd, but when he looked at the guy, he didn't seem hostile at all, so he didn't get too suspicious yet. But as he kept watching the activity around the president, he still sensed something was off at the venue. He noticed quite a few spectators were waving flags in their hands. As an experienced sniper, Nick knew perfectly well what these people were waving wasn't just flags. They could also be tools for testing wind direction. So he immediately alerted the colonel beside him. All high points within 2 kilometers needed tight security. Before long, security personnel reached their positions, but just then, Nick suddenly realized the wind at the venue had almost completely stopped. This made him immediately feel that unsafe atmosphere again.
Send in the ERT team. Take out the steam.
Only at this moment did Nick realize this presidential protection mission was actually a trap set for him. Fortunately, he jumped out the window just in time, but he also knew clearly he had to get out fast from this dangerous place, because now he had become the city's most wanted man. Whether Army, Navy, or Air Force, they all considered him their primary target, but he'd barely run any distance when he ran straight into a police officer. To avoid getting caught, Nick quickly restrained the officer, repeatedly explaining he'd been set up, then quickly took the officer's weapon and drove off in the patrol car, rushing to escape the area. But the streets were now crawling with police hunting him down. Even worse, Nick had been wounded. Where could he possibly run to now? To avoid police attention, he immediately drove the car into a car wash. While the car was being washed, he crawled to the back seat and quickly bandaged his injury, then quickly left the car wash. But police had already obtained Nick's vehicle information and soon tracked down his location, cornering him under a bridge. Seeing more and more patrol cars gathering, Nick decisively put it in reverse. Without hesitation, he drove the car straight into the river.